All right, let's see. Oh, relax for a minute. I just had to run around. I was, say, out and about. I had a graduation to go to today, so just walked in the house. Oh, let's see.
I can't check my phone. Hold on, Lord. I'm not at my phone. What did you text me?
All right, let's see here. What up, Jimmy? TJ, how you doing? TJ, what up? What up? How you doing this evening? You say hi? You just gonna look, huh? Yeah, right. She just passing through. I'm getting ready to get up and get my dinner. She said it was. Uh, she said she's talking about product placement for Chick-fil-A.
And Shane, I thought,
What up, Paul? How you doing, man? I see, I see your kid. Well, I see the accolades and stuff from your son. So that's what's up. Good to see you, man. How's everything been? Jimmy says hello, Mrs. Ash. She said hello. She been talking about coming down that way too, Jimmy.
um,
Maybe within the next year or so. At to that town where not where we met you, but where we stayed. So we were down there, so not too far away.
But if you see a plot of land,
But she says, but if you see a plot of land, he's got land. He can probably sell us some of his. Them cows don't need all the land. We could put I don't say a tiny something on it, but I don't know about living off grid. I'm kind of spoiled. Kind of spoiled. Not even gonna lie. That's what's up, man. I'm glad to see you're all as well with you, Paul. Definitely. Man. All right, I'm getting ready to get up. I need to get up, wash my hands, and I have my dinner I'm going to try to eat. And also, my jar is empty over here, so I need to put something in the jar. So if you guys can give me a moment, I'll be right back. Oh, here, Jimmy, if you want to join the stream, or Paul, TJ, yes, a moment, Quentin. Quentin, you can also join the stream if you like. I'll be. Oh, I got some sweet tea in here. Oh yeah. All right. I have my priorities together. Oh, crap. You know what I didn't do? I didn't go pee. I got to get up again. All right. So I do apologize for being a little discombobulated. My goddaughter's graduation, 5th grade graduation / move up ceremony. The ceremony started at 6:30. I thought it started at 6. Started at 6:30, and we were leaving half an hour away at 8:15. So I'm saying moved a little mountain, but actually, had to be somewhere to get back home. And then we stopped and got food. I literally walked in the door 4 minutes prior to 9 p.m. All right. So if anyone would like to join me to allow me to eat, please feel free. How's everybody doing this evening? Let's see. Show comments on stage. What does that mean? No. Do I have grilled ribs? No. Never that. Funny guy. Did you move, Clinton? How was that, Paul? Paul, I feel like I haven't seen or talked to you in a hot minute, man. Chachi, what's good? How you doing this evening? Chachi, did you reach out to Jamie? Jamie, I think I owe you Jamie's contact information. Oh. Oh, wow. All right, Quentin. To be more Atlanta adjacent. Quentin says, hello, best friend Chachi. These two are like brothers. I think TJ is saying he's still working. Dang. No better way to join the live stream than get paid for it. I'm glad you guys really enjoyed the restoration of that cooker. I don't know if you just heard me, but my wife Mrs. Dash wants to move to South Carolina. Not Charleston, but South Carolina. Oh man, look at this guy. Speaking of South Carolina,
and that's where I am.
We got the beachy background. How long you gonna be out there?
Through Friday. We're at a conference down here for the week.
I'm about to say I should give you my guy's phone number, who he sends me the sunrise pictures every day. You can go meet him.
What cross street is he at?
55th, usually 55th and Ocean.
Okay, I'm at 6th. I'm at 17th.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a hike because he's normally out there by like 5:30 in the morning, and he gets up, watches the pre-rise, and if it's a good sunrise, he'll take pictures and send them to me. And this is from when the last time we were in South Carolina, which was probably, I don't know if it might have been 4 or 5 years ago at
Yeah.
this point. Mm,
This is normally the week we're down here for this conference every week, so it's not a
every year, you
vacation.
mean?
Yeah, it's not a vacation. It's
It's work.
yeah, it's 8 hours of classes all day, so it's
Oof. Are you
yeah,
teaching or is this continuing education?
no continuing education. It's just something we do every year. It's a big deal to get to go to the beach, but not
Mm,
really.
yeah, I hear you.
But
they mush your
no,
brain, and then by the time you're done, you're like, all right, I'm gonna get something to eat. And I'm going to bed.
that's exactly about it. Except tonight, and
Yeah.
tonight it was like last year. Um, it started early. Did your
Okay.
guy? Did your guy send you to the beach with anything?
Oh.
What time I run them all out at 8:30. I said, no, we got something we got to do at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Go.
I feel the same way. Like I said, my goddaughter was a 5th grade promotion ceremony. So I'm like looking at the time the whole time, like, can we hurry this up? It's just 5th grade. Like, we ain't got to be doing a major mass production. But goodness gracious, we
Yep.
didn't get out. It started at 6:30, and we didn't get out of there till 8:15 almost.
Yep. Well, I would really rather have been home this week. My granddaughter's team has been in the semifinals for the 10U softball league, and so
Okay,
now they're going to the state.
nice.
I did get to watch the live stream of their game,
Yeah,
so that was I saw Saturday's game before I left, so
okay,
and then I got to watch on live stream the rest of the game. So
cool. What
they
up,
go.
David? How you doing this evening? Look, Angela's here. She's checking in from actual Atlanta. Um,
Hi, Atlanta.
Angela said, hit the like button. In and out because I'm driving and still out of town. Yeah, thank you. Someone said, Ange. Look, I'm sorry, I'm eating. Like I said, I walked in the door with 4 minutes to spare. But I did I'll say I did a 6-ounce pour so far. I ordered have you guys seen that heavy mug? Have you seen that heavy mug, Jimmy?
Yes.
So that mug, the mug is 22 pounds, right? And 22 pounds to well, they have a heavy shot glass.
Oh.
It's coming. It's on its way. I saw it today. I was like, yep. Yep.
That'd be a $20 shot, won't it?
Oh man. Well, so it says that the shot glass weighs like a pound or two. And it's like a double shot. So
Okay, well there you go.
yeah, but I'm just gonna put this out here now. I don't think I'll be taking any shots from Malort from that thing. I just don't. Nope, I don't see that. I can't see that one.
Well, I I joined the rewatch gang last week.
Oh yeah.
I was working, but Quentin, where have you been? I mean, I know you moved, but
He said he didn't move. He was just looking at places.
oh, okay.
I
All
asked him
right.
about that earlier, but
Yeah, I thought he had moved. All right.
mm-mm.
Well, hey.
I got the shot glass, Quentin. I ordered the shot glass. I've seen the mug and held the mug and tried to. So one of the guys at the range has the mug. One of the owner's sons, and we went. I was in there one Sunday, and he's drinking out of it, and I'm like, "Why are you struggling to pick up the mug?" And it says heavy mug or something, and he put it down. He's like, "Pick it up." I'm like, "Whoa, this, my good gracious!"
It's full of
I mean,
concrete
man,
or
full
lead.
of something. Full of
Yeah.
something. That's for daggone sure. Uh, well, I was able to order it today, Quentin. So they have the shot glasses. Like I said, I ordered it today. Oh, excuse me. I guess I could look at my email and see when it says it might be delivered. But let me see real quick. The heavy cup. Your gear is in the wild. Your order has officially left the fortress and is headed your way. Let's see. Track my package. What the hell is this? Yeah, I don't have no tracking information just yet. Tracking may take some time to appear. Stay patient. No, I mean, hopefully it won't take too long. Looks like it's on its way.
I talked to Linda earlier, and I am converting the Jeep we call Cochise, the little white Jeep, the
Yeah,
95 that's sitting in the driveway. I'm converting the brakes all over to
the
disc.
disc. Okay.
Yeah, and the box with all the rotors and the kit to do all
Oh,
four sides.
if she had to pick it up.
She couldn't pick it up. She tumbled it in through the door.
Did you get it from Rock Auto or somewhere else?
No, I got it from somewhere else. I ordered
Mm,
it from.
I got an order from Rock Auto today, and I was happy to see a magnet. They hadn't been sending magnets lately.
Yeah. No, these are a little heavier than normal. I wanted to go a little more with standard with them, and
Okay.
this Jeep came with disc front. The
What did you do?
drum brakes
Change
are on the
the
rear,
front end?
so yeah. Well, I'm going heavier on the front, and the rear are
Okay.
drum brakes, and there's a conversion kit that comes with it to do that. The only thing I don't like is to put the conversion kit on it. You got to pull the axles, so I'll have to crack the rear end and pull the axle out to slide that piece that the
Like the
caliper
housing?
mounts to
Hmm.
uh, inside the axle. So
That's not that
that'll
bad. I
be
mean,
fun. That'll be fun. I've got 4 jack stands that I can put the thing up on,
all right.
so that's no big deal.
So Quentin says that he was in Florida all last week, inspiring youth to join technology as a career. Huh.
Okay.
Michael Anderson said, "What's good, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. You haven't seen me because I'm here. Tell him, Jimmy. Tell him we're here on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern,
It's
like
like clockwork.
clockwork. Hella hot water. This live stream goes live. Yeah, yeah. TJ said I looked it up. Almost $200 for the heavy mug. Yes, it is. That's why I didn't order the heavy mug. I ordered the shot glass. It was $35, which is still a lot of money, but it's a novelty thing, and I'll be able to sit and clank on it. Yo, that'll be the last shot glass I'll probably ever have to buy. Well, it should be the last shot glass I ever have to buy. So, all right, chicken nuggets. Oh. Mm. What's your go-to Chick-fil-A sauce, Jimmy?
um, pretty much none.
Okay. Mm.
Pretty much none for Chick-fil-A.
Nelson says hello. Hello, Nelson. How you doing this evening? Thanks for joining us. Quentin says, damn, that mug is $150. That's probably also why I didn't order it. Too poor for that. Agreed. Agreed. But, mm. Michael said, I saw you repainted that smoker. Next. Next I'll be building them. Oh, nice. Okay. Somebody commented on that video that I need to start making them. I don't know about all that.
After you and Miss Dash become empty nesters, maybe.
No. Yeah, when I had nothing else to do, And I tell you what, after doing the welding, it felt really good. Like I hadn't welded anything, and oh, it had been actually almost a year. The last thing I welded was I added some racks, or I added a place to move the shelves to a different position in the cabinet cooker. And when I did it, I didn't have welding gas or shielding gas, so the welds looked like crap because I just had to send it because I got this bright idea to do this just before Thanksgiving. So that was the last thing I welded, but the last thing I legit welded, it's been over a year. Let's see, would anyone else like to join us on a live stream? I know it's been kind of discombobulated because I was rushing in, but definitely appreciate you if you want to join us.
Come in and take up the slack because
Sure enough.
it's going to be a short night for me.
I
Oh,
hear
man. I didn't wait on you. I started early.
you. Tell Linda, text Linda the link, and so she can watch you and laugh at you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she would. She's
Michael said he hasn't welded anything in years. Get back at it. Steven! He says, hey, yo, Dashing family. Good evening. Well, I'm pretty sure Jimmy ain't in Trinidad because it's been raining all day.
Yeah, you can't prove it by that. It's rained all week here.
That picture was from last year.
That actually was from today. That's the first time the sun's come out since we've been here.
Okay.
Yeah. That was about 4:30 this afternoon.
Nice. Let's see here. Yeah, did he? No, he didn't send me any pictures this morning, so it probably was raining.
Yep, it was. It was pouring down raining when we went it. We started at 8, and I'm about half an hour away. So
yeah, he sent me pictures from yesterday, and it was just straight cloudy.
Yeah.
So he said, "Happy Tuesday." Not much this morning, and it was just straight cloud pictures for the most part. Get up there, focus. But I mean, he sends me some of his pictures. He sends me are fantastic. Kind of hard to see, from the camera on the phone. Oh yeah. And I mean, almost every morning where there's a decent sunrise. So he sends me pictures. And I'm like, and all he's like is, hey man, just say thanks. No problem. Thank you. Because I'm one to get up on my vacations and watch the sunrise.
Yep.
Oh. Grumpus is here. Yo. Hey, Dash. Jimmy in chat. What up, Grumpus? Grumpus, I saw your comment. I didn't get a chance to reply to it. I saw it this afternoon. I'm looking at you, Grumpus.
Come on, Grumpus, you can help us out.
Yeah, right. Jimmy said he's getting ready to go to bed.
It's gonna be long. Be long. Those guys started pouring in here about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Oh man. Were y'all sipping straight or mixing?
No, it's pretty much straight.
Man.
I was holding an educational event. I'm sure they're all in bed by now. They probably, every one of them probably in bed.
This is the difference between this thing and that thing.
That's right.
And then this one this thing was done differently, and then that thing was done differently. Mm.
I only was asked one time what the number was, and I didn't give it out. I said, it's medium.
Hmm. They know next time to bring their own ice with them. Stop at the
Yeah,
ice machine on the way.
that's right. That's right.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Jimmy, you go to bed, man. Before you fall asleep and you pulling me.
Well, that would be a
Wow.
first. That would be a first now for somebody else to go to sleep on your live.
No, Angela did it.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm. Because she
Oh,
disappeared, remember?
yeah, that's right. She did. She did.
Yep,
Okay.
Angela did it. So you can't even have that as
I can't even
as the
claim
first.
that.
Nope.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with something
Did you be the first time?
that we can be the first at. That's right.
I mean, we had Victor who was pantsless. Angela
Yeah.
Angela fell asleep.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, do you remember when oh man, why can't I think of Betty, and why can't I think of the guy's name? I don't think it was John.
Jack.
Jack and Betty.
Yeah.
They had to get off the live stream because of a tornado hit them.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
I do.
That was one of the first times I had done a live stream like this with with everybody getting on, and they
Yeah.
joined me, and they're like, "Hey, we have to
Right.
get off." I'm
Yeah.
like,
They
"What's
were
going on?"
sitting on the couch, and the tornado came in.
They're like, "We just got word of a tornado warning." What? Yeah, get off. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Oh man. Uh,
Yeah.
Angela just bailed. No, she fell asleep. She said she fell asleep. Hey, Susie. Hmm.
Susie.
Goodness gracious, yeah. Angela fell asleep. I mean, she told me. And Marlon was out for blood the next couple of weeks trying to give her grief about falling asleep on the live stream. Yeah. Let's see. So, last weekend I cooked. I had two events on Saturday. Um, and what was crazy is, so Taste Tester number two's graduation was Friday night. So we went to the graduation. Now, mind you, I'm a big hip hop head. So Wu Tang was in Baltimore on Friday. I bought tickets. I had tickets to the show, and I was all ready to go to the show. And then when I got word of when Taste Tester number two's graduation was, I'm like, oh damn, how can I make this work?
That's the way
I
that was.
didn't. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't. So it was supposed to be me and my homie Taj. You guys know Taj, the kid Taji from the lane that joins us on the live streams from time to time. Shut up, Quentin. Do not remind me that this is the last concert that they will do. Um, the last tour that they're going to be doing. Anyway, so he and I were supposed to go. So I sold him both tickets and parking at a discount, and he and his wife went, and they had a fantastic time. But I was mad seeing all the people that I know who were there at the show. Like I have my cousin Brian. He was there with his wife. I'm gonna say the guy, the guy who you'll see this video in another week or excuse me, another week or so. I rented the 5-foot grill table. The guy who I rented the grill table to was there at the show. Of course, my homie was there at the show with his wife and a couple other people who, I mean, I'll say randoms that I know through Instagram and following through barbecue and stuff like that were there at the show as well. So, like I said, I was a little bummed to say the least. But anyway, we did the graduation, and then after graduation, my dad and his wife they came down to come to the graduation, and then two of Taste Tester number two's friends went with us. We all went out to dinner. So by the time we finished dinner and I got back home, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock, right? So I'm like, all right, well, I gotta cook food for tomorrow. So I got up, I set my alarm for 1:30 in the morning. Got up at 1:30 and was out, had food on the cooker by 2, right? I had a brisket flat to do. I had 2 salmon fillets. Oh, and a bunch of chicken. Um, the My wife's friend, her husband, gave me a brisket flat and 2 salmon fillets, and then my wife's friend wanted some chicken. So for her son's graduation party. So I cooked. She wanted 5 pounds of chicken, so I had 5 pounds of chicken. I won't say set aside, but enough for 5 pounds of chicken for her. And then later in the day, I had an event for one of Taste Testing number two's classmates. His mom wanted me to come and cook on site some hot dogs, hamburgers. Um, yeah, hot dogs, hamburgers on site, and then she wanted me to bring 5 pounds of chicken for that event.
Mm.
So so I'm like, okay, and I tried to be nice, and I did not provide the hot dogs and the hamburgers. Guess what happened when I'm like, okay, where are the hot dogs and hamburgers? They forgot them at home in the freezer. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, all right, well, listen. My time started at 3. I'm gonna be done at 6 because you booked me for 3 hours. Like, hmm. So I'm like, okay. Well, I guess I'll take my time and getting the grill started. So I did just that. I took my time getting the grill started, and then as I'm like getting things together, I'm like, oh, I realized I forgot my gloves. Right, I didn't have any gloves. So I said, well, hell, like the grill is started. I got the grill going. I'm gonna run down the street. There's a market down the street about a mile or so. I went and to the market, but then I found a dollar store. So I went to the dollar store and bought a box of gloves. These are one size fits most. Most is not these hands. So I struggled to get these gloves on my hands, but I got it done. I ended up cooking about 100 beef hot dogs. Then she gave me like 30 turkey hot dogs, and it was 16, 32, 64 hamburgers that I cooked. And when I say I cooked them and got it done in under 2 hours, and, well, actually, it was about an hour. I cooked everything because it took me, like, I let the grill kind of come up to temperature, meander up to temperature for about almost an hour. Because it took the guy, so her son went to get the hot dogs and hamburgers from their house, and he's like, it'll probably take me 40, 45 minutes round trip. And I'm like, okay. So by the time I got back from the dollar store with the gloves, they had the burgers and the hot dogs sitting on the table. I was like, bet, let's go. I started cooking, and boom, boom, boom. It was easy peasy. I was done cooking before everybody had finished eating, basically, or I had like people hadn't even gone through the food line, and I was done cooking. And I'm just like, all right, I'm about to break it down. And I had this one lady, she's like, can you put some cheese on this burger for me and cook it? I was like, sure. I was like, the coal's still hot, the grill's still hot. I'm like, I'm done, but go ahead, I'll throw it on there for you. So sure enough, I did. Neil, what up? How you doing this evening? So I always think Neil's in Canada, but he's in Idaho. So I guess he's just Canadian, but on the wrong side of the fence. How was the park event? It was good. So if the park event was good, I was obviously you heard me just saying. Um, she told me originally that the event was going to start at 3. So I told her, I said, okay, I'll get there. I'll shoot to get to the park at about 2:30 and get set up. I hit a little bit of rain. It was raining on the way up there. Now this is all the way across town, and I even had to I took the grill through the tunnel. So, but it was a little slow. So I ended up getting there like 2:35, 2:38 was when I was like unloading. Like by the time I got into where she was, found them, got in. It was 2:38 when I got out of my car, and I'm like, I hate being late. So, um, let's see. So then I got out And I'm like, all right, let me start getting everything unloaded. Opened up the canopy, moved the grill to where I needed to be. Opened up the canopy, and I'm just like do, and I'm getting the charcoal kind of ready. And then that's when they found out and realized that they didn't have the food. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll take my time. I didn't have to start the fire right away. But then I said, all right, well, let me start about a half an hour out from when he should come back. Let me go ahead and get everything started. And that's when I did. And I realized I didn't have gloves. So then I ran down the street. Kent, did I see Kent? There he is. What up, man? Uh, Neil said he's not doing too bad. He said he's good. Good, I hope. Um, Kent, how you doing this evening? Kent, I almost took a picture and sent you some turkey bacon, or a picture of some turkey bacon earlier. 70 miles north of Kingston, Ontario. Oh, wait. So there's somebody else who's in Idaho and I thought was in Canada, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, did you transfer the money to the bank to pay for your shot glass with them? Transfer what? Mate, try again, Quentin. I did, I did actually use funds from the business to buy the shot glass, though. I still have funds in my PayPal account from the invoices that I have done. So I did not charge my wife's friend. I The event that I had on Saturday with the cooking on site and the chicken, she paid. I have an event coming up this Saturday. I have to cook some hot dogs, hamburgers. This is for a past coworker. He wants some beef ribs, some wings, and I have to cook hot dogs and hamburgers before I leave the house. And I'm not charging him for the cooking of the hot dogs and hamburgers. I'm just buying them for him or on his behalf. And I think I need to get some buns too for him. Um, and then I was contacted about doing an event for July. Oh boy, I don't even know if I want to see this picture from Kent. Let's see here. If it's not a finger, I'll be disappointed. Oh, they look like beef or pork belly burnt ends. He just sent me a. Is that what you're working on right now, Kent? Um, Proper pork belly, not that manufactured crap. He says. Uh, so yeah, I won't say I have some extra funds, but I transferred funds into my account to pay off my Sam's card because I use my Sam's card when I'm purchasing food for different things. So I did that, and then I was like, oh wait a minute, I got some extra funds in that. Yeah, that shot glass is coming. So like I'm gonna be using it on these live streams. It's a business purchase. Bart, he says, "Hey everybody, hi everybody. What's the difference it takes between a leg of lamb and a lamb shoulder?" Um, Probably not that much difference because of the fact that they're both like similar muscles of locomotion. Um, like they kind of lend themselves to being cooked the same exact way because of of how they are. You know,
Not much if you know how to season them.
yeah, yeah. I see what you did there, Jimmy. Jimmy's got some. He's got some insight on how to season lamb. I won't say
Just a
properly,
little.
but
Just
how
a
to
bit.
season some lamb. Um, like the I don't think like you would cook it to the point where it pulls apart. But leg and lamb, I always cook my leg and lamb like rare, and even lamb chops I cook it pretty rare. Um, Kent said that was from Saturday's competition. Nice. How did you do? What do I have for a canopy? Let me see. Uh, Amazon.com. Because I ordered it off Amazon because it was on sale one day.
The
Let's see,
canopy.
order. Let's look at my past orders. Oh, damn it. I spelled it correctly. Canopy with a Y, not a T. Damn it. Let's do pop up. No, you know what? I didn't order it off of Amazon. I ordered it through Costco. It was on sale for like $50 off on Costco. The one that I have is a 12 by 12. All right, so now I'm gonna go out to Costco now that I remember. Costco. 12 by 12 canopy. Oh, damn it. Let me see if I can find the one that I have. Oh, oh, this is similar. Yeah, this is very similar to the one that I have. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find the exact one that I have. 13 by 13. Maybe it's 13 by 13. Yeah, yep, this is the one. All right, so right now it's actually $140, so it is on sale. When I got it, it was like $150 with $50 off. So I got it for about $100. But this is the one here. I'll just copy the link and post it into the chat if I could get back to the boom. You ordered a yes, order from Heavy Mug Company. Yes, the shot glass. Kent said he came in 6. He said they were a little tight, needed another 30 minutes. Or you could just turn up the heat a little bit. You say easy up. You say canopy. Everybody under the sun calls them tents. A tent is one you sleep in. The thing you just put up, those are canopies, okay? Now I will die on that hill because when people are like, "Oh, where you get the tent from? Oh, the canopy. This canopy. Oh,
A tent has a bottom and sides.
bruh. Yeah. Now some of the canopies have sides. You can get sides, but the bottom part definitely not. Though I was at a wine festival a few weeks ago, and some of these folks they basically made tents out of canopies because they had like wraparound sides that they added to the rails, and they had rugs and stuff down to make it so that they had full tents that were just much taller than a tent actually would be. So
And about 3 more miles up the road from where you've been, where you looked at that house,
yeah,
there's a company called Top Tech,
okay.
and they make heavy commercial tents like that. And of course,
Mm.
the big long wedding tents,
Oh
and
yeah, 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 yep.
have those. And I've heard people talk about getting good deals with that. I've got two 12 by 12s. One of them should be about bulletproof because about 40 knot winds at Edisto Island just about took it apart. And so
Ooh,
I folded it up, took it home, and replaced all the plastic with metal screws and
okay.
washers, put it all back together. So it
Wow,
should withstand about
pretty
anything
stout,
now.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. So this says instant pop up canopy. So I mean, this is checking all of the boxes for all of the things people. This, you know what? This so TJ said, pop up or easy up, right? This is the same as like a weed whacker versus a weed eater, or
String trimmer.
okay, string trimmer, right? Or soda or pop, all right?
Yeah.
Sneakers or uh tennis shoes, tennies. All right, it just depends on where in the world you are, well, country, possibly, as to what you call it. And I always call it a damn canopy because it's a canopy. Okay,
Yeah.
technical term, canopy, and it says easy pop up canopy, not a tent. And this one is pretty good. It is very, very adjustable. I mean, it has 14 or 15 different stops of adjustability, so that you can make it level whenever the ground is not. Every structure in the field was a tent in the military. We set up the chow hall, workstations, hangout areas, all with tents with AC. I mean, but that's the government's money at work, or taxpayers' money at work. So y'all got the best of the best of the best. That was just the cheapest of the cheapest of the cheap. So, yeah. Dang. Oh man. Yes, canopy has no walls. Correct. But you can get some with like you can get, I would say, add on like canopy screens. Yeah, canopy screen walls. Look, here's one. Canopy screen 12 by 12. And it's just that you kind of hook it up to, so this is replacement netting. This is a mosquito net. They're $50. So gazebo netting replacement. I mean, you can buy just the screen. Yeah, I know. Best of the best of the best. Oh boy, look at this.
It's a canopy.
How
How y'all are?
Oh man, we're good. I was like, what is that? But that's your mic in the foreground. I'm thinking it was something
Don't
in the
pay any
background.
attention to the mic.
No. Dude, trying to look at your scenic overlook there, or your scenic place.
Yeah, we're Riverside tonight.
Oh.
Here we go. There we go.
Oh man. Check you out. Oh, look at the birds flying around, or those butterflies. Those butterflies probably.
That's where I'd rather be than here.
Hell yeah. You have on a long sleeve shirt or a short sleeve shirt?
Short sleeve.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking to make sure, I don't know if a cold snap had gone through there,
No,
maybe
it was
it'd be
over
like
70.
65 degrees there.
It was over 70, so it's short sleeve.
Listen, let me tell you, not too long ago, it was about 60, 65 degrees here. And it was like, I was still wearing short sleeves. And it was just like, oh man, it was brisk, but it felt so good because it was hot like the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, goodness.
Jimmy, how you doing tonight?
We're good. How you doing, Grumpus?
I'm doing good. Look like you're doing better than me.
I got an early start.
Yeah, Jimmy's like, I'm not gonna last too long. It's gonna be a short evening for me, and I'm gonna have to watch it again later.
We got some catching up to do.
No, I'm caught up.
Yeah, he's ahead of the game.
Yeah, I'm caught up.
He's ahead for sure.
We're doing some training at Myrtle Beach this week, so we're down here.
So you're at work, huh?
Yeah.
That's a shame.
I know. Sometimes you have
loosely.
To
look, you see that the quotes are loose, not even like tight. This is.
Make sure you put in for overtime.
He probably does get paid for drive time.
They try not to.
Oh,
we work it in.
Them old dogs know all the tricks on how to get paid.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They may resist, but it's okay. It's okay.
That's when you be like, "Stop resisting! Stop resisting!"
Well, our big Juneteenth festival and parade and all is Saturday, and I go back Friday night.
Are you in it?
They've already started rumbling about are we going to be able to come in and help them out on Saturday? So that's some leverage for for
You to get
travel
out of
time.
there early.
Yeah, that's travel time. We'll do that anyway. We'll be out of here by lunchtime Friday, probably. So
How far? Well, you said it's what, 3 hours, 4 hours?
it's 4 hours, yeah.
Okay.
Depending again on
Traffic.
how long you stay at Bucky's. You know,
Oh, so yeah, you do, because you would have to go. Bucky's
I
is,
go back to Bucky's and hit 95 right there at Bucky's and run
yeah.
20 back to Columbia.
Okay. Okay. All right. Huh.
So, and
Yeah,
I
because you got to come from Myrtle Beach. You have to go. Is it north or south to get to Bucky's? It's south. It's north.
it's north.
Yeah.
It's north. Yeah.
And then just like you said, you hit 20 and then.
Hit 20 and then run west
Mm-hmm.
to 26.
Yes.
And then,
So you know what? I always my bearings are messed up because all the times I had gone to Myrtle Beach, we never stopped at south of the border because you get to Lumberton and turn left
yeah,
to go to Myrtle Beach.
you turn off before you get to south of the border.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I've probably only been 4 or 5 times in my entire life.
I've been once, and that was because traffic was diverted because they were working on 95, and they diverted traffic around, down and around to get off where south of the border was and get right back on the other side. So they were working on and I was like, oh well, hell. And this was, mind you, this was 3 years ago when I was on my way back. I think the first trip I took back in the ID4 from Florida, I stopped because I was by myself and I was like, all right, well, hell, I want to at least see it and take a picture. So that's what I did. I stopped, took a picture, and was like, okay, been there, done that. Half the lights on the sign that says south of border were out. And I got back on the highway and kept on going.
Yeah.
So Nelson said, you cook under the canopy. Yes and no. I kind of cook on the edge of the canopy. Like I try to keep my grill. So if the canopy is like here, I kind of try to keep my grill about here. Just so I can sometimes be in the shade. I'm not worried about trying to, because depending on how hot that grill gets, I could torch my canopy pretty quick.
Yeah, and on the downwind side too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so all of that heat but you know what? It's one of those things where sometimes I get set up where I get set up, and there's no you know, no getting around that smoke being blown right into your face. Like I did an event last year, and the smoke, it was just like it was coming down and around the lid, and it was just blowing all of the smoke into my face, and it was like nothing I could do. And then I finally moved the grill, and it was blowing off to the side, but it was just not the side where I wanted to have the grill because it made it go off to just it wasn't cool. So
well, when I had a canopy, I cooked under it, but it had a vent at the top.
Yeah, this one that I have has a vent too. It definitely has a vent.
I didn't run a smoker under it. I had a grill pulled over right at the edge, like you said.
Yeah, and this is what I have as well, a grill. But that grill table, getting it started is when I would be most concerned about keeping it under. Once it gets going, but even then, that's a freight train too. When it gets going, that thing is going. It's rolling, and flames will be abound. Simon said, "Yes, I can." Yeah, Quentin, I don't have any funny anecdotal stories tonight, I guess.
Night's not over.
It is, I've only drank half of my drink so far. It might be time.
There's a story in the bottom of that jar.
Ask me how I know. Oh, man. What you drinking on tonight, Grumpus?
Just Just Coke
Mm-hmm. Said Coca-Cola.
by itself.
Mm-hmm. Was it ice or it was chilled?
Yeah, ice. No, I've been trying to back off of the hard stuff
Mm.
with the medication I'm on for a
Yeah.
while.
No, sir. I'm drinking something that's hard enough as is. Nope. I haven't touched that bottle of Everclear in a couple weeks. Thank goodness. Mm. I don't need that. Goodness. What you
Well, it
been
looked like
cooking lately, Grumpus?
nothing on camera.
No,
I
I
did
know.
I did ribs a couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
Well, I felt like I was having a dash moment. I was gonna throw a couple slabs on, and I told my neighbor up the street here, quite a while back when he smelled smoke, bring something on
Come
down if
through. Yeah.
he wanted to. Well, I was out there the other day, and I was, I had the pit running pretty hot, just burning some grease off the grates and that kind of stuff. And here I got a text: "Is that you down there? I smell."
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Well, I'm not cooking today." So this happened a couple of times. So the other day I saw him out in the yard mowing. I told him, I said, "I'm gonna fire up the grill for Saturday. If you want to throw something on it, I'll be out there anyway." Just
Come on
well,
through.
I had two slabs of ribs. So he shows up. He shows up with a full size spares, about 10 pounds of pork necks, a chuck roast,
What?
and something other, part of a pork shoulder.
You learned your lesson, didn't you?
Well, I mean, I had room, so yeah, it was okay. It's just a little unexpected. Everything finishes at a different time.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I thought you matched my ribs and we'll all be done together.
Mm-mm. Nah, bruh. He said, hold my beer. That's what that was.
So I saw him. I saw him the next weekend. I said, "Well, how'd the meat turn out?" He said, "Oh man, that was delicious. That was so great. I'm so sick of barbecue." He said, "I ate barbecue for 3 days." I said, "You don't have a freezer?" He said, "That would have been a good idea."
Yep.
So I
So
guess him and her ate all that barbecue over the 3-day period.
Don't bring it all to be cooked at one time. When Simon says, "My lord," well, listen.
My
The
lord,
Malort
what'd you
shot
call me?
starts here, right? The Malort shot started at $25. You hit that button down there and ante up with $25. That's the Malort shot. You can.
Well, what's it gonna be with the heavy shot glasses?
No, I don't know. We gonna have to do a light pour in the heavy glass. That's what that's gonna be.
Okay.
Because I mean, I don't think folks are. I hope folks aren't gonna be like, "Oh, here's $50 to take a double shot of Malort," but I'm not opposed. I mean, I gotta pay for more Malort somehow. Let's see. Berto Amigo, he said ice cold Modelo and Malort for me. Why are you volunteering to drink Malort? You are not Marcus. Marcus is the only one that volunteers to drink Malort. Yeah. So Simon says, did he stick around for the cook?
No, he didn't. But that was fine because I was watching the race.
Oh, okay. That's right. The Indy race or Daytona.
I really didn't want to babysit anybody for the day.
Mm-hmm.
I have a neighbor that'll smell smoker going, and
yeah.
Why are you cooking? Can you throw something on for me? And
Well,
they bring it and leave. That's what happens. They bring it and leave.
Well, I mean that's fine with me. I mean I've told most of my neighbors, if you smell smoke, bring it on over. In fact, my neighbor that used to be next to me, she would call me on like a Sunday morning. I'd be out there firing that up. She'll say, "Did you just fire the pit up?" I said, "Yeah." She's on my way to HEB. I'll be right back. But it's the same fire, and yeah, I got plenty of rooms. I don't mind doing it, but sometimes I'm not prepared to have company all day.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time, people people are grateful, so they'll show up with a 6-pack or something like that, and then you kind of feel obligated to sit out there and drink with them all day.
You live in a better neighborhood than I do. Mine show up empty-handed every day. And I have a refrigerator out there.
Well, you know what it
Whoa,
is. You know what it is, Jimmy. Just like you said, he lives in a better neighborhood. He probably lives in a gated community, and you know,
Anything but. Anything but.
he's got, you know, the neighbors have to have, you know, a certain credit score and
Yeah.
drive a certain, like the vehicles have to be newer.
I wish that was all true.
The HOA has
Oh yeah. The restriction
Has a-
says if you are the
reserve
one
for-
cooking, you have to reserve space on your smoker for your neighbors without question.
Well, it gets me a lot of practice on somebody else's meat.
Oh yeah. So look, Simon said he lives in the hood. What hood do you live in, Simon?
Hmm.
What geographic location? Where are you? You don't even have to say like a specific city, just area.
I'll tell you what, if they flip more and more house in my subdivision, I'll be in the hood.
Really?
Well, I've been here over 40 years.
Oh, okay.
A lot has changed.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I've been in my house for 22 years, 21, 22 years.
Homeowners and renters are a whole different breed.
Oh, agreed. Oh yeah. Oh, so he said he lives in San Antonio or south side of San Antonio. I mean, I can only speak to my favorite place in San Antonio is a place called the Barbecue Station. That's I don't even know what street it's on, but I can get there. Like, if I'm going south on 35, I get off in San Antonio, I know how to get to Barbecue Station just by looking. Now, mind you, it has been quite a while since I've been there, so I might need to actually look it up because you know how stuff changes. And the last time I was there, they were like building and doing some overpass stuff like they are doing in all of Austin and San Antonio. So shout out to those big old women in San Antonio. I can hear them saying it too. Good Lord, those big old women in San Antonio. Spanky, what up, man? How you doing this evening? Yo, you know what? It's funny. So we've been going to the theater, right? So I guess here's a story for you, freaking Quentin. We've been going
movie
to the
theater.
No,
The Prancing Theater.
you no, man. I'm theater. I like on some old stuff. My wife has a. Here's one. Here's one of the books. This is the last show that we saw. Chicago. I was not a fan. It was way too much damn singing and dancing. I'm not a musical fan. I don't mind going to the theater to see a show, a play, right? But when it's nothing but damn song, I'm not in for it. Like I was falling asleep and I did not enjoy it. Yeah, anyway, but Spanky's picture looks like one of the cast pictures. I'm gonna find the cast picture, hopefully. Yeah, even in black and white. Spanky's picture.
That would make a good billboard poster.
That's exactly what I thought because I looked at this. We went last Thursday. The last show was last Thursday. So you got some splaining to do, Spanky. Bumpy, he says, "Hey, Dash and everyone, what up, Bumpy? How you doing?"
What's up, Bumpy?
What's up?
He said, "Please be good looking." No, it's just the theater headshot. That's what it looks like, and they're all black and white too. So, like the whole damn pamphlet is in color except for the headshots. I don't understand it. Everywhere else in the pamphlet, obviously, aside from text where they have the straight text, but there's the Hippodrome. Let's see. Oh, so this is up on the balcony. I can't see. I was gonna say I was gonna point out our seats, but we sit on the floor, orchestra left. So we have decent seats for the theater. Uh,
I just can't imagine you with a top hat.
I know. I do not get dressed up to go to the theater. The most I will do nowadays is put on a button-down shirt, like a collar button-down shirt,
Yeah.
or polo. Like I don't even wear my Steel Drum Smoker shirts there. I will wear a polo that has, just like a solid, not even a solid color, but like a different color polo.
You
So
need an SDS button-down polo.
I do. Uh, like a. So there's a shirt that I do welding in, and it's from the bank that I used to work at. I need one of those that says children smokers. But I was gonna say the apron that was hanging up here, I actually got to use it this past weekend, and it was pretty good. Um, Quentin says, dude, you got to check out Drunk Shakespeare in DC. He said, I'll go with you and bring the girlfriend too. So I've seen those Drunk Shakespeare. I'm not the biggest Shakespeare fan, but I mean, I understand that the Drunk Shakespeare is hilarious. I've seen Drunk History or Drunk something on YouTube a few times, but yeah, I don't know if I could do like Shakespeare. Doth not a fan. Let's see. Bumpy, good job on bringing that cooker back to life. Yeah, thank you,
Yep,
man.
looks
I
pretty
appreciate
good.
it.
Come out looking
Tomorrow,
good.
oh, you know what? I don't say tomorrow's video, but speaking of, I'll go ahead and videos. YouTube keeps changing this thing. All right, so the charcoal basket, and hindsight being 2020, I realized that I won't say made it the wrong orientation, but it's a rectangle, and I made the rails on the wrong side of the rectangle. Like I won't say in the moment when I was doing it, I measured, but I had everything in the wrong orientation. But it ended up working out in the end. But that's tomorrow's video.
Who would
Uh,
notice besides you?
um, I don't know. I don't know. Like when you see me put it in there, like I wanted to have like it just didn't. The whole thing didn't work out. Okay, because the rails that I was trying to put the thing on were too wavy and they were damn near rusted out anyway. So I ended up just chucking the whole thing into the smoker and it worked out. Spanky said I was nervous. Dash was going to say he puts his pants on to go to the show. So unfortunately, there is let me just tell you, a few I won't say weeks ago, a few months ago, we go to the theater, right? And I know I have to take my pistol off when I go to the theater, okay? But we go through and I'm like, beep! I lit up the metal detector, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm patting my pockets, patting my pockets, patting my pockets. I'm like, yo, I got nothing else on me. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, something is being detected. Well, I bring entertainment with me, magazines with me, and I forgot to take one of the magazine out of my pocket. As soon as I sat down, I was like, "Ooh, I know why I was setting the metal detector off." I was like, I know why I was setting the metal detector off. And my wife was looking at me like, "Are you serious?" So now I try to leave the extra entertainment home, and then but I have since started carrying this ultralight ammo, and with this ultralight ammo, I'm able to bring two magazines of entertainment when I used to only bring one. But they're really lightweight and boop, man. So you know, I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not gonna be caught lacking.
This
What
this
up?
week I brought my beach gun.
Oh yeah.
That's a M9 Beretta.
Okay.
And on my way down the elevator this morning, I had a lady and her family, and she looked at me and she said, "Are you the fire marshal?" I went, "What?" We had the alarm night before last go off, and the entire occupation of the motel ended up across the street on the sidewalk for an
Mm,
hour and a half while they
mm. At least it
checked.
wasn't winter, man.
Yeah, that's true. And at least it wasn't pouring down raining like it had done all day too. But
That part too.
that
What
didn't
up,
make
Russ? How you doing this evening? Hey, Quentin, we're not counting those, man. Charles, what up, man? How you doing? Charles, let's say, let you know. You know, it's so funny. Did you hear me talking about the fact that I did some pulled chicken or chopped chicken? Because I swear that's the only time Charles pops up. He hounded me for 6 months asking me how to do chicken. And I finally did the chicken video, and I hadn't seen him for another good 6 months. So my beard is long. I need to say comb it, but it is slightly straightened. It looks better in person than it does on video because the light is reflecting off of it. But it's just I was just thinking earlier I need to get it tapered down to the side. But I just haven't gone to. I go to the barber about once a month.
Yeah, but the camera adds 5 pounds to your beard.
It sure does, so I can tell when I need to get it trimmed when the mustache hairs curl around onto the side of the lips and they start bugging me. So yes, yeah, he's got his commercial there.
Damn it!
It's all right. So Bumpy says, any plans for Father's Day? Yeah, and happy Father's Day to all. My Father's Day plans are, I'll be at the range because it's Sunday. Usually we would go out on Saturday, but I have an event that I'll be dropping food off, so we might do something Saturday evening. But if not, I'll say we can do something else another day. Yeah.
Yeah, I told the wife I thought her kids ought to buy me a new computer chair, but I think I'm gonna have to buy it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck with it.
Yeah.
Spanky says he's messing with subsonic rounds with a suppressor. Yeah. So, Spanky, I don't know if you saw. I have a whole nother channel, and the other channel I built a AR9 or an AR9, and I have a suppressor on it. Haven't really bothered with subsonic rounds.
You have a few 22s.
Yeah, I definitely I got those, and but the 22s, I won't say I was smart, but this was during COVID. During COVID, I was buying subsonic 22 ammo because I have quiet ammo. Because I have a 22 suppressor and a bolt action suppressor. So like I would take the kids to the driveway. We would shoot. That down in the driveway. So that is quieter. The BB gun is louder than the bolt action rifle with the subsonic and a suppressor. Crazy. But the AR9 is it's still, I'll say it's pretty loud, but it is not movie quiet. Let's put it that way. Movie quiet is shooting 22. This is 9 mil with 22 sound. This is not movie quiet. Like you still need ears on when shooting this one. So, all right. Spanky said he subbed to that channel. Bet. No one out here in. Oh man. Dang man. He says no one out here in Cali. Or no, he says are you in Cleveland or Cali? Now I can't remember. He says Cle, so maybe Cleveland. He says still don't eat or sell pulled chicken. Dang. That sucks. Who's Chris?
All right. 10:15.
Eastwind Farms.
I'm gonna leave you.
Oh, I didn't see. Oh, now I see. All right, I missed this comment. I was looking at I'm like, who is like you're saying hi to somebody? I'm like, wait a minute. I'm he gotta say more than just like this piece. That's not that didn't get my attention. You got to do better, Chris. You got to be like wave a flag or say hi or like announce yourself something. He's like the introvert in the corner. Anyway, all right. I need to get CMG kit for the AR to shoot. I don't need Cali. All right, I'm about to say I thought you were in Cali. If you're trying to get subsonic out of a 9, you might want to try some 147 and 150 grand. Yeah. Definitely 147. I have had some ammo incorporated ammo. Somebody gave it to me actually. Somebody at the range. Either they gave it to me or they left it. One or the other. And I shot it, and it didn't make that big of a difference. Like it's still loud. Like it's still loud. Um, Spanky says you need to get the CMMG kit for your AR to shoot 22. Well, hi Marlon.
Looky, looky, looky.
All right, so hold that thought, Marlon. So Spanky, I do have I have a few. I have a AR-15 pistol and I have an AR-15 rifle. So I already have the Smith and Wesson, M&P 1522 pistol and rifle. So I don't really need a conversion kit for the AR. I would, that they kind of just to make it easy and simple. I have 22 caliber AR, so 1522, and I have a rifle version and I have a pistol version. So
If I knew Marlon was going to be here, I'd have cleaned up.
Whatever.
You
I know, right? Look at those butterflies in his background there, Marlon.
I know. Apparently, I'm in Sydney.
Oh yeah, that is Sydney. I'm about to say I see the
Yeah.
opera house there.
Yep.
Everybody
Christian
on
funny.
vacation tonight.
Yeah, right. Everybody but me. I'm in
Everybody's on
normal background. Laura's here. Oh boy.
Pressure's on.
She can start counting.
No, there is no count.
I was watching the show, County. You already did your first yawn.
I didn't do anything. If Laura wasn't here, no.
I got your yawn because I guarantee you yawn because the first thing that popped in my head was, "Where's Laura?"
Where's Laura?
The first thing that popped in my head when you did it, I was like, "Laura ain't even here yet."
Y'all so funny.
There you go, Dash. That make you feel better.
It does make me feel better. Thank you, Jimmy. Even though I know that you don't film, you don't do the live streams from the cook shack. You do the live streams from your couch or from your den. Yeah.
Even tonight, my chair's a long ways from here.
Shoot. Oh man. Yeah, that graduation tonight, I was like, oh, if I get the opportunity, I'd take a flask with me. I said, nah, I'm chilling. We went right into the auditorium, and I'm like, I can't pull this out in the auditorium. So I didn't get to start
in class.
Yeah, but there's no straw in here. Like I would have to
Get one of them camelbacks. One of them camelbacks like the bikers wear.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
So I debated. I'm telling you, I debated taking my cup with me, but I mean, this has it has an odor, if you will. And it all I have to do is get close enough to my wife. You been drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is apple brandy in here. It's crazy. I can smell the apples. Woo! It's hot. Woo! Good golly. Oh man.
Who graduated?
My goddaughter. My goddaughter. So Taste Tester number 2 graduated last Friday. Today was the 5th grade promotion ceremony. Like, when did we start doing all these damn things?
I don't know. I
Because
wanted to, I just couldn't. But my grandson, he's graduating to kindergarten. That's
wait, going to kindergarten from preschool?
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, it's not a graduation.
You ran a limo?
Look, somebody had an air horn in this graduation today for these 5th graders, and what's crazy is like, oh, they're like, oh, savior applause type thing because they gave out awards for like the the presidential gold or gold level presidential certificate recipients, and then like a silver level presidential gold recipient or whatever. And then they got everybody and walked them across the stage with their little certificate of I won't say appreciation, but their little certificate. And it's like it was 4 classes. It was probably between 75 and 100 kids that walked across the. And I mean, it was just like it just kept going on and on and on and on. I'm like, can we hurry this up? Hurry this up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ever since
Graduation, the
they
bridge ceremony.
went from
Yep.
junior high to middle school, it's like now we starting from graduating 6th grade, which never
Yeah.
happened.
So I don't know. So for me, a elementary school graduation, I never had an elementary school graduation because my elementary school went K-8. So we graduated when we were done. We didn't have a graduation to go to middle school. So for my wife though, she did, where they went to elementary school and then she went to middle school, then she went to high school. I went directly from elementary school to high school. Because again, the school that I went to had K-8. Now, I started at that school in 2nd grade, so I didn't get the opportunity to be there the entire time. But I mean, dang, dang, I no, it's just I don't. It doesn't register with me. All these graduations and hip hop, jumping this thing and doing that thing, and nah.
Well, it
So
kind of dilutes the importance of the 12th grade graduation.
agreed. When you have 14 different graduations over time, and not only that, Grumpus, it's not even for the person who is graduating. The people who are in the audience, I am so over graduation. I have 3 more graduations in me. 3, okay, 3. Taste Tester number 2 is graduating from the 8th grade. She's graduating. Oh shoot, 4. Graduating from the 8th grade. She's graduating from the 12th grade, and hopefully she'll graduate from college, right? Taste Tester number 2 is going to be hopefully graduating from college. And if he pursues additional degrees and other things like that, then I'll have to add one. But Taste Tester number 1, he's like, college, so he doesn't seem like he's going to go back. So that's one less graduation I might have to attend.
Yeah, all of my 2 daughters graduated from college. Wife graduated from college.
Mm.
And then my wife, I graduated from college. That's wonderful, honey. Yeah, we're gonna have to drive to DC.
Oh, because the school that she went to was up here. That's right. I remember that.
Wait, what? Yeah, we gotta go to DC. We leaving at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry. What? And here's the funny thing about it, because I can hear a lot of people go, that's your wife, Mom. That's important. You should be. And I was. It was fantastic. I did. All the way to the point where she texted me and went, as soon as I walk across that stage,
Let's go back home.
Walking out the door. Meet me outside. Like,
it took us longer to get up here and to go back than you spent knowing the graduation stuff.
And she was a woman of her word, because she walked across that stage and she walked straight up the hallway and walked right out the door. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Guess we hitting the road now, huh?
Look, so Simon said pre-K, pre-kindergarten, 5th grade, 8th grade, 12th grade. Yeah, so preschool graduation, kindergarten graduation, 5th grade graduation, 8th grade, 12th grade. Yeah, I'm done.
You go from graduating to the 1st grade. That's elementary. 5th grade, you're graduating because you're going to the 6th grade, middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to middle school, then high school. I mean, well, no. Then there's, what's that, 8th grade? Yeah.
High school. Yeah, you graduate 8th grade and then you go to high school.
Then you go to high school. It's like, look,
Simon said I just had a high school graduation only.
Yeah,
Well,
I only walked to 12th grade. That's that's what my mom thought she earned it.
And bless my dumb heart, I didn't know I was going to graduate until the day before.
That ain't no lie, Robert.
Skin of your teeth, huh? Yeah, exactly. There are too many participation trophies. Agreed. Agreed.
It is. Because I don't understand graduating into the first grade thing, because it's like,
well, that's kindergarten to elementary
how,
school. I mean, I get it. I get it, but it's not necessary.
You're not gonna. The kid is not gonna know it unless he see the pictures.
Just give him a potty train trophy and call it a job.
I like that one. There you go.
Can you pee in the potty? Yes. Yay.
A plus on AIM.
That's what they learn in the first grade.
Right. That's 3/4 of it. I'm out. I'm on bounce.
All right.
All right, Jimmy.
You, Jimmy.
Again, I look. You know what? I'm gonna kick you out. Therefore, you have to actually go because you'll still stay here. All right, Jimmy. I'm signing you out. I'm signing out for you.
See you, Jimmy.
All right, man. Thank you.
Jimmy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, elementary was the good old days when they scheduled potty breaks.
Mm. Yeah.
And then that was torture. Everybody line up. Look, if I really got to use the bathroom, are you serious with this?
Everybody got in the line and went together.
Uh-huh. Shoot. All right, speaking of, I said I was gonna go pee before we started, and I never did. So I'm gonna go pee now. And then I'm gonna get some more ice and top off my drink too. So I'll be right back.
I remember in elementary school, they would tell me, okay, now you're in elementary school. We don't want you to mess up your pants and anything else. So you got to pull your pants all the way down. I don't know where these kids grew up at, but I'm like, I'm not pulling my pants all the way down to pee. I know how to pee without pulling my pants all the way down.
And who was monitoring that?
No, y'all need to train them. I know how to use the bathroom.
I remember him putting everybody in line. We'd all walk to the bathroom together. Yeah. Every couple of hours.
But you walk up to the urinal, pull them all the way down to the floor. So you know, like, what? I'm not doing that.
We didn't have a urinal. We had that big long trough.
Oh, no, we did have urinals. Yeah, we had urinals. I don't think we had troughs. Me being the a-hole I would have been, I'd have been sitting there mooing.
Just thump the edge.
Shoot, I was like, man, y'all crazy. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, but I don't know when y'all started potty training, but I did this real early. And my mom loved to tell the story of how she knew it was time for me to potty train. Because she said, I knew it was time to potty train you. I said, how, Mom? She's talking about the day you walked up to me with the diaper in your hand.
Time, huh?
Yeah. She's like, if you know you did something and you don't want to sit in it, yeah.
I had a granddaughter. She would go get a dry pamper, a new pamper, and bring it to you and just lay down on the floor.
I think she said that too, and I lay down on the floor, and then she was like, it's time.
It's time for adjustments.
We ain't doing this. Grandpa, is the toilet tank with the chain. LOL.
Oh yeah, the one up high on the wall.
Oh jeez, I don't remember the chain.
But you had the throne, then you had the tank. It was about 5-6 foot up on the wall. That gravity really give it a good flush.
Now I remember we did have urinals, but boy, that was so close to the ground. The men's room at San Antonio Zoo just had a long wall with water running down the wall to pee. Now, mind you, I'm telling you, I didn't have that at elementary. That doesn't
Great
mean I've
idea.
never seen them little troughs before. I've seen them things
Yeah.
before.
Big
They're-
stainless steel trough.
Yep. Like a circular stainless steel trough.
Well, all you smell is urinal cakes. Just, oh, come
Don't-
on, bro.
Don't eat the mint.
Damn it, I forgot my cup. I'll be back.
Yeah, and then first grade, I think first grade is when they taught you not to eat boogers.
They had to
And in
teach
second
you.
grade, they taught us not to eat paste.
I don't know. The paste thing I had to grow out of. I don't know what it's about.
Well, you know, if they didn't want you to eat it, why does it taste like mint?
So, speaking of like eating things, different crayons and different flavors. You know what are the crayons? Different flavors of the crayons taste like. It's like a military joke. Where's Quentin when you need him?
Boy, the one thing in history, I bet you they'll never bring back again. When they used to have the markers, they had the scent to
the
it.
scents.
Oh boy, bet you won't do that no more, will you?
They just smelled good. They didn't taste like anything.
But I think at that time I wised up and go, it's still markers. I'm not.
Does anybody remember the mimeograph machines?
Yeah.
Every time us kids got one of those, man, the whole room together be smelling that paper.
It is a core memory. That smell is definitely a core memory. For sure. Man, that's old school right there.
It is.
Yeah.
And then when the teachers would do the sheet, and then because they had written on the same piece, they'd have to try to find another piece to try to write with. Oh my gosh, man. Damn. Speaking of elementary school, yeah, I took off my bowling shirt. I was hot. Like I don't have the air on right now. Not only do I not have the air on, I don't have any air conditioners installed just yet, and it's warm. So I took off my bowling shirt and I just had my t-shirt on. Yeah, yes, I can. He said, "Was that the blue line copy machine?" Yes, everything
Okay.
Everything was blue.
It copied. It had a bluish black tint to it. Yeah.
Oh, that's before the cop. Yeah, you had to sniff it
Yeah.
before it dries.
Was it called mimeograph?
Mimeograph. Yep.
Mimeograph. Let's see if
That
I can
was way
find that.
before printers.
MIEM. Yep, there it is. And this John, it was a duplicating machine which produces copies from a stencil, now superseded by the photocopier.
Mhm.
Man.
Yeah, and it operated by a hand crank, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the teacher had a positive that she wrote on, and then she'd just sit there and just be cranking them things out.
Sure enough. And it definitely was blue.
And if I remember right, it was a one-time only. You couldn't go back and reuse that. It was kind of like a gel.
Yeah. It created a stencil.
Yeah.
And look, this said the smell of mimeographs and dittos. Mm-hmm. The 1960s, how we made copies at school, mimeograph. All right, I'm closing off of that because I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole.
I was going to talk about the square pizzas.
Yeah, so there's a guy who I saw on YouTube who recreated the school lunch square pizza recipe.
Yep.
And from like the 50s through the 80s, he was like, it was still the same.
I was at least going to move on to middle school and go with the square pizza and corn, which I don't know who bright idea thought that was a great combination, but okay.
Pizza and corn?
Yeah.
Corn was cheap.
You mean corn on the pizza or corn as a side?
Corn was on the side.
Oh,
It was
okay.
cheap.
Yeah, nobody ate that corn. We ate the pizza and we kept it pushing.
Said lunch lady pizza. No, my favorite was the pizza bagels. When we used to get pizza bagels, that was like the treat. Because we had, square sheet pan pizza too. Everybody did. It was and you know what's crazy is, just like I said, this guy found a recipe, and it was the recipe that was sent to like every school cafeteria in the country. So everybody ate very similar square pizza back in the day. Everyone. Mm.
I was broke growing up, so that was about the closest I was gonna get to pizza anyway. So yeah, I was looking forward to that.
Everybody did. Pizza Friday? Hell yeah.
I used to have a ball with that chocolate milk. Man. Can't remember much about breakfast though. Oh, yes I do. When they used to lie to us and say this was a sausage biscuit and it was hamburger, like I know the difference between sausage and hamburger. You might as well just say you don't have sausage. But don't sit here and put this out talking about it's sausage. At least put some sage on it and try to fool somebody. Just don't slap it out there.
He said, at least put some sage on it.
I mean, it was just hamburger. It's like, this is sausage. Like, no, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I wish Quentin was here, so we could talk about the scrambled eggs that was powdered eggs. Just add water.
Dude, you have cheese enchiladas for lunch. I did not grow up in the South, and no.
Yeah, we have
cheese enchiladas. No,
we didn't get pizza either.
What?
No.
What?
Well, he also went to school in black and white. So
meatloaf, sometimes sliced turkey on the holidays, sliced roast beef, all that kind of stuff. We didn't have no vending machines, no Coca-Cola, no sodas.
You gotta speak because
it was milk. Your choice was milk or nothing.
I'll say milk or chocolate milk.
I think they had chocolate milk occasionally, but not every day.
We had white milk, chocolate milk, and for a short period of time, we had strawberry milk. They didn't sell well, so they just took that off the menu.
So, Grumpus, did you have like Ovaltine or like mixers in with your milk at that time? No,
not at school. No.
No. All right, so Spanky said pizza Monday, Salisbury steak Tuesday, and fish on Fridays. Yeah.
Oh, did you have the salad bar in high school?
Salad bar is a thing of like the 2000s and older, dog. Like that. Do you see Grumpus? Hold on. Do you see Grumpus's gray hair? They didn't understand the value of eating a salad. They used to still smoke. The teachers probably were still smoking in his classroom when he was a kid.
Yeah, I had that little ash about an inch long.
Bruh.
Putting mashed potatoes on your tray.
The lunch lady was smoking while serving food, right? He talking about salad bar.
No.
Bruh. Did you not see how
you get you a pizza and a salad?
Now we used to go, you could go in when I was in high school, you could have you get a hot lunch, you could get mashed potatoes and gravy, a biscuit,
no meat, no
milk,
protein,
and a dessert for 70 cents.
Oh,
if you wanted some roast beef or meatloaf, something like that, it was another 15 cents. So you could eat a pretty good lunch for 85 cents.
For $1? Yeah, under $1.
But then again,
but that dollar was big money back then too.
Oh yeah.
You get a bag of chips and a soda for $1 though.
No bags of chips, no sodas. They were trying to feed us right. Even though it was prison food, they were trying.
Russ, we're not going to bring attention to that, okay?
Yeah, everything was black and white back then. There was no. You walk outside, there was no color.
Look, Simon said the students also smoked in school if they had permission from the parents. Oh my gosh, he said they had a smoking section in high school.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
shit.
The ads are gonna come, Grumpus. Just let it be.
You know, some of these out on a non-Wednesday night, I let these run for an hours and no commercials. But as soon as I jump on yours, the commercials start showing up.
Laura, we're not counting. That's negative. Steven said, I grew up on Nido milk. Is that powdered milk, Steven?
Yeah, because
I don't know what that is.
I have not a clue what the milk I drank.
Hush, Laura. Yep, Nido is powdered milk. Nestle Nido. Dried whole milk.
I think that was, for me, that was the summertime when I stayed over my aunt's house. I think that was the powdered milk. And even then, it was for cereal. I don't think it was just to drink. God,
Dang.
dog.
Hog said, just in 92, my teacher smoked out and had whiskey in his desk. Damn.
Dude, just quit.
Man, he was a fun teacher.
Man, them kids drive you to smoke and drink. Trust me. Ask me how I know. I taught adults, okay? I taught adults. And I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for so I had rolling admissions, right? I used to teach Microsoft. I used to teach a Microsoft course for about 4 to 5 months. I taught a Linux course for about 4 to 5 months. And then what's the third component? Because I had 3 entry points, and there was an entry point prior to the Microsoft stuff, there's an entry point prior to the Microsoft stuff, Linux stuff, and the entry point, and I can't remember what the third entry point was. But depending on when the students came in, to my class, and or when they left, I'm like, all right, you can come and get a drink with me. You can't. You can. You can't. You're not done yet. So I couldn't wait to drink with my students, but I never drank with them in class. But we would all go out to lunch on a Saturday, and I'm like, if y'all get a drink, and if I get a drink, we're not in class right now, so whatever. Y'all all adults, and or if we would go out after class, again, you are an adult. I can't stop you from ordering a drink, especially if we going out to the Fridays or whatever it was. Like we would end class, I would end class early and be like, "Oh, let's go get dinner." They'd be like, "Let's go." So, yeah, look, Steven said from Nestle. Yep, my automobile.
That's too easy.
Frosted Flakes for sure.
Yeah, I'm not
every time.
Rice Krispies over Frosted Flakes. Not a chance in the world.
Well, you gotta and that's the hard part too, because your milk has to be cold to have cereal, but you can't put sugar in cold milk because it's never going to dissolve. So by the time the sugar kind of warms up a little bit to room temperature, that's when the sugar dissolves on the bottom of the bowl, and then you're drinking like sugar milk, at the end.
That was the best part.
I know.
I'm
not gonna lie. I agree with you, Grumpus.
It never dissolves. You just have a big bundle of sugar at the bottom.
It would dissolve a little bit.
Number 2, Frosted Flakes up until Captain Crunch, and then, and then when you had what was it, Crunch Berry?
Yeah.
Game over. Game over.
All right, Laura. I'm just, anyway. All right. Yeah, Cocoa Puffs. My dad said he cleaned a rabbit cage. Yeah, they look like pellets for sure. But the Cocoa Krispies, Cocoa Krispies look like little, like turds for sure. Let's see. Spanky said, "Did we all have that hot teacher at
Oh
school?
yeah.
We all like
Well,
ah
all of my teachers were ancient, but it's the student teachers that come in at
yo. Let
college.
me let me just
Woo!
let me tell you
After
that
school every night
that
of the
part,
week.
Grumpus, that part. But yo, I had one teacher in high school who she used to wear tights every single day. Like you could just tell she was hot when she was young, right? She wore tights and sweaters every single day. And I'll never forget her name, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, she's hot. It was like I could see she probably was a problem back in the day. Like
Yeah.
when she was younger, she probably was pulling like she was a problem. But what's crazy is a year or so ago, maybe I saw a Instagram post from my high school, and I'm like, damn, that lady look familiar. Why does that lady look familiar? And then I saw her name, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's yo, 25
Still got
plus
it.
years not still got it, but I mean, listen,
You can tell.
as you get older, right? If I was older,
Yeah.
I would be like, oh my God, that's the hottest thing since sliced bread. But as somebody who was in high school who was taking her class, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, she's hot. It was like, I could I she probably was tough back in the day. Like back in the day. But when I saw her, I was like, oh my God, she is still there. And I can still see it. Like I can still see it. Like, wow.
I went through
Um,
all of elementary, junior high, and high school. I ain't have no hot teacher.
I had no hot teachers at all.
mm,
The worst case
But dip,
scenario was in the Air Force when I was just about a week or two away from graduation. And we had a female TI who was about 6 foot, had the lipstick on. This chick was gorgeous. And I'm like, bruh, you
you
have
ready to
got to
re
be.
up, wasn't you?
Man, I looked down at my
you be
books and
like,
so
Miss Ti, can you smoke me? Like, make me do some push-ups. I
I
do
was just
push-ups for you all day long, Ti.
it was I
Mm.
really think it was like either a week or
Be
2
like,
weeks from
Ti,
graduation.
you need
I
me
was
to
not
clean
messing
your
this
boots?
up.
I will clean your boots with my tongue, Ti. Man. Look, Marlon like, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. Mm.
Look, I got to go. I got to get out of basic training. So I'm sorry. Even if you want to walk, you can walk. But nah, bro, you ain't finna trap me. I'm out of here. I'm out. And it was Lackland Air Force Base in Texas too. It was getting hot. Nah, bro, I gotta go. No. Mm-mm.
Look, Spanky says, remember Capri, or excuse me, Steven says, remember Capri Sun. Yes, yo, I can go in the pantry
It's
right
still
now and pull
around.
out some Capri
They still
Sun.
have
They
Capri
still
Sun.
around,
They still have
right?
Capri Suns.
Capri Sun is the best of the juice boxes. There's Capri Sun, there's Juicy Juice, there's Kool-Aid, and then there's the Hugs. Mm.
Okay, for everybody that's listening right now, and be honest, just be honest. We all family here. Which one of y'all are going to hell for mixing Kool-Aids?
I only mix Kool-Aid. You can't
Oh,
have straight Kool-Aid. No,
oh,
no.
oh.
You got to mix the Kool-Aid packet,
No,
man.
you do not have to mix
Yes.
the Kool-Aid.
Yes. That's the best way.
No.
I'd buy like extra lemonade packets to mix the blue with the lemonade. The red with the lemonade, the tropical punch with the
No.
lemonade, the grape with the tropical punch
I'm a
all the
purist.
time. Yeah, no. Y'all need to live a little.
Sick. I want my
No.
cherry to taste like cherry. I want my grape to
Nah,
taste
man.
like grape. I want
Nah,
my
nah, nah.
strawberry to taste like
We got
strawberry.
some Kool-Aid a couple weeks ago. We went to the market near us had Kool-Aid for it was 25 cents a pack. And that's a good deal because they normally 50 cents a pack right now. It was 25 cents a pack. We got like $4 or $5 worth of Kool-Aid, dog. It was. But the problem is this, right? So what?
Okay, guys, I was gonna say 25 cents a pack. It then came Flavor Aid.
Oh, so Flavor Aid was at
50
Aldi.
cents,
Yo,
50 cents a pack.
yeah, but I remember as a kid getting Kool-Aid for 10 for $10 for $1.
Yep.
I vividly remember.
Why would you mix it then? You know how long that stuff lasts?
No.
It didn't last so long around my house.
Nah, exactly.
It's five,
Yes,
it's
and that's
5
what I was
kids.
about to say, Grumpus. As fast as that Kool-Aid got in this house, it was gone. Okay?
Yeah.
It was
Because
5 of us
my
kids. That's all we
kids
had to
were
drink.
making Kool-Aid every day, and that gallon container was gone at the end of the day. They make it at like noon, and by 5 o'clock, the gallon is gone.
You measured the sugar with scoops.
So I don't know, Marlon. You probably also only put like a cup of sugar per gallon. Okay.
No, Grumpus was absolutely correct. I don't think we measured anything.
You just poured.
We just knew. And we stirred for like 2 hours. And then
So you heard Angela talk about how my aunt made Kool-Aid and there was no sugar in it, or she just put like a cup of sugar in a gallon, and it was like it didn't taste like anything, and I complained. Yo, it was true. The Kool-Aid had to be right, and if the Kool-Aid wasn't right, I was gonna let you know. But at my house, the Kool-Aid was always right, and then with my kids now too, the Kool-Aid be right. But no, you're not. That sugar is not gonna melt in. You got to make sure you have some. Like I will start with like a quart of warm water to melt the sugar. Put 2 Kool-Aid packs of different varieties in the in in the container, and then fill it up the rest of the 3/4 with cold water, and be done with it. And yo, the flavors you would make, oh, they'd be fantastic. Tropical punch and grape, what? Tropical punch and orange, what? Tropical punch and cherry, what? Then you got the cherry and the lemonade, or cherry and the grape, and yo,
okay, this is what's throwing me about what you're saying.
What? I'm right?
Tropical punch and anything. Tropical punch is already mixed flavor.
Yes.
So you're
and
mixing
it is
mixed flavor with a flavor.
The tropical punch is like the salt of Kool-Aid, dog.
Salt of Kool-Aid.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh. Get out of here, Marlon. Yo,
I don't care.
He said Sydney. He don't care.
You mix tropical Kool-Aid.
Yes.
In it. You're gonna mix what?
It's citrus
flavor into it. So now it looks like coffee.
Nah. So OJ, I said OJ. Spanky said, "What is the fake OJ out there? Like the like
Tang.
Chocamigo? No, not Tang, not Tang. But there's another one. But because Tang was an orange drink. It's like Tampico, or something like that. Or at least in my area, there is a orange drink, but it's more like orange juice than it is Tang. It is so syrupy that you could use that and like dilute it by half, and it still would taste actually decent. Oh, so Spanky said he was talking about Sunny D, but I wasn't thinking about Sunny D. Maybe this Tampico is in my area.
I don't remember Sunny D. I don't think I.
You don't remember Sunny D?
No, I remember. I just don't think I've ever drunk it.
What? Sunny D actually was not bad. Now you need to go get some Sunny D. Just like the little cups of Sunny D. You don't have to buy a whole jar. Oh man, Hog struck a nerve. He said, "Remember Tahitian treat soda." You sipping one now? Where can you get Tahitian treat? I can't get it anymore.
I can. They still have it here.
Yeah. What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
You can't get Tahitian treat in Maryland or in Philly because I have had knockdown, drag out discussions with folks from back home and in Baltimore. Like, where can you find Tahitian treat? What happened to Tahitian treat?
I'm
It
hearing
was
eastbound and down in my head.
uh-huh.
As a matter of fact, I think I had
That
some this
Coors
year.
Light, you can't get it across the Mississippi. But listen, Grumpus, Smokey and the Bandit is one of my, if not my all-time favorite movie. Like, I could quote that movie line for line and not miss a beat. Not miss a beat.
I'll be back
I
in a
think we
minute.
might have to send a truckload of Tahitian treat to you.
Grumpus, let me tell you, I'm gonna say give you your flowers, but Grumpus, you sent me some Rudy's barbecue sauce all those years ago, and I remember when I was in Texas last year, I brought back 4 bottles
The big
of
ones.
yes, 4 bottles of Rudy sauce, and I'm looking in my corner, and I don't have any there. I might have one more bottle, but I think I might be out of Rudy's barbecue sauce, and I might have to order some.
You mixing that with Kool-Aid too?
No, you about to make me call you something that that it was about to fly. All right. But when I was down there with Marcus, we went to Rudy's and I bought one. And then I think I was driving by myself. And then I went to Rudy's again. And like, I ended up, like I said, I ended up with 4 bottles of Rudy's barbecue sauce when I came home. I gave one to one of my best friends who's my manager. They were having they did a cookout. After his wife passed away, they did like a repast at his house, and I gave him a bottle of barbecue sauce.
Or do you like the spicy or the regular?
I like this. So the regular is peppery. I don't think I've had the spicy.
Well, they got one. What do they call it? Tang. I forget what
It's like a jalapeno. Well, the regular one has a little bit of tang to it, like a jalapeno, like a little. It's just just enough bite to it, where it's like, ooh, I love it. I put that barbecue sauce on lots of things. I'm not gonna say everything.
Just a twang to it.
You ain't got to drown it. Just a twang, okay? Just a twang.
Yeah, he's
for
right.
sure.
Sissy sauce.
Sissy sauce.
I think that's the regular one.
Let's see. Oh, so Bertho says Malort has sugar. I can taste it in there. Sure. Simon is restraining order from 7-Eleven. Yo. Salt of Kool-Aid. Berto Migo said Nobel Prize idea. I'm gonna highlight that one. Look, Tampico is still made, yes, but Tampico might not necessarily be everywhere. You have to have a decent Latino population. Sonny D and Malort, he said, get you some. I might have to get some Sonny D, but I'd much rather Tampico than I would Sonny D. Hog Hog's a Tahitian treat. Got it in Georgia. You know what else you got in Georgia? Hog. Okay, you can read between them lines. Hog. That's what you got.
Wait a minute before you go to the next one. Hog. Don't think I didn't read that last comment you said when you talk about. I guess Marlon eats ribs with a knife and fork. I saw that.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Let me see.
It's a little further up, but yeah, I saw that comment.
Oh, this comment? No, he didn't say that. I heard. A&W root beer. Yeah, we still have A&W.
We still have A&W. We do not. We no longer have the A&W.
I know
buffet that we used to have, but we do still have the drink.
So, Simon, I know you can get the barbecue sauce from the website. But I would like to travel to Austin and be able to go and get it.
It costs more to send it than the bottles are worth.
Yeah, damn near. But the bottles of barbecue sauce, they're like $18, $20 a bottle. It's not like it's cheap. I'm gonna say last time I checked, but hold on, Grumpus. I'm getting ready to do that same thing.
What's that?
I thought you were getting ready to. Oh, I wonder if I can get it from someplace locally. Rudy's Barbecue. Oh yeah, I can get it off of Amazon. This one says $25 off of Amazon.
I didn't know Amazon sold it.
That's a small jar though. Rudy's Texas dry rub and barbecue sauce combo. That's $42. I don't need that.
Yes, I can. Barbecue 32 ounce is $13.99.
This looks like a small one too. Yeah, Rudy's barbecue sauce. Let's see if I can find it on Amazon. So 18-ounce glass bottles. This one says this is an 18-ounce glass bottle. So these are small ones. These aren't even the big ones. But yeah, when in Texas, I bring back barbecue sauce. And the last time I was down there, I drove, so there was no excuse. Like I said, I brought back 4 bottles of Rudy's barbecue sauce. Golly. Dude, stop. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they don't have the big bottles.
Spanky, I'm gonna say please and thank you. Just like 1, maybe 2, if there's like some variety. The P.O. box is down below, or if you need me to send you my address, I know you've sent me things in the past. Please just let me know, because I would love. I would have to get up to go see, but I do believe I am out of barbecue sauce. Lou Calamatis, definitely. He said, "What's up, Dash? Long day. Had to say hi. Hi, Lou. How you doing?" Oh boy, Jimmy sent me a picture. Let me see what that is. It's blurry. I guess. Oh, that's the moon right now, probably. Hold on. Let me try to make myself
The moon set?
solo layout. Yeah. Well, it's not even set. It's there.
Oh, that's sun.
Yeah. So maybe that was from this morning, but I don't know, because the beach is dark though. So it might be the moon. It could be the moon.
I think it's a. Let me check. I thought it was supposed to be a full moon today.
So. I got a picture from my guy.
Today.
It is tonight? I thought it was yesterday. So Mark sent me this picture yesterday. He said this was from a friend took this in Grenada.
Yeah, it's a full moon. It's a full moon today.
Tonight. Oh.
Because
I might have to go outside and check it.
The weather app I got is like ADHD, so it tells you stuff that you never really even asked for, like the full moon, the humidity, and visibility.
Yeah. Laura says she's back. Smoking rat. What up? He said, who let the rat in? What do rats actually? The only, like, the most, I'm gonna say most famous, but when you talk about like a grown rat, you have Splinter, not Splinter. Master Splinter. And, yeah, that's what I said. Splinter, Master Splinter, and then you have the rat from
Ratatouille.
No, like that one doesn't even do it for me. Was it was it? It wasn't Bill Nye the Science Guy. There was another science show, and they had a rat on the show. What show was that? I don't think it was Bill Nye, because it was a girl and it was the rat, and they used to like interact with each other. Why can't I think of the name of the rat, like, or the show? White Label or Yellow Label? I believe I've only had the White Label, but I don't know what the Yellow Label is.
That's the sissy sauce. I don't think it's got any heat to it.
Okay, then I need the White Label. Definitely.
It says sissy on the label.
Yeah, nope. I never bought that one. Never bought that one. Roger said it's a strawberry moon. Definitely. Hold on. Russ said, all right, we got 12 thumbs and 16. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and check out the Schmedium merch.
Okay.
Funny guy.
Who neighborhood is getting robbed every 12 minutes?
Those are ambulances going by, okay? I have ambulances going by all the time.
You want to have fun, live up the street from a fire department. It's like, yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Well, I told you about how the fire department came to my house and they bought the food off the smoker when they came to my house in the middle of the night. They're like, when is that going to be done? I'm like in a couple hours. And then the guy in his turnout gear reached in, pulled money out, handed it to me, and was like, y'all okay with chipping in a little extra for dinner tonight? We getting that.
I had an old friend of mine. When I tell you, he took me to the fire station. Them boys can eat.
Oh, they and not only can they eat, they eat good.
They feast every
night. Misty Omnivore, thank you, Russ, for checking in. I appreciate you. Dang. No, it wasn't Berto Amigo. It wasn't Inspector Gadget. It was hold on. Now I had to find it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Show rat. Yes. Oh, Beekman's World. That's the one. That's where it was. Because it was Beekman, and then there was a girl, and then there was the rat. Beekman's World from 92 to 97. I would say if I show you this picture, you'd be like, oh, that one. I'm trying to think.
It sounds familiar, but I don't.
Oh, trust me, Beekman's World. You've seen Beekman's World. Because it wasn't even a knockoff of Bill Nye the Science Guy. In the show, he works closely cross between Mr. Wizard and Monty Python. The science teacher Beekman answers viewers' questions about science with the help of his assistant Josie and Lester the rat. Lester! He uses various methods like animation, interviews, and famous dead people of science and simple experiments to illustrate scientific principles. Look up Beekman's World on YouTube.
1992 to 1997.
Yep, 92 to 97.
I was chasing skirts. I didn't have.
I mean, I didn't expect you to see that one.
I never heard of him.
Let's see. Oh, so Pinky and the Brain. They were mice. They were lab mice. They weren't even rats. He said those are my famous rats guests. Also has Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, okay.
I told you knew them.
Now.
Yep. This rat is buzzing from Captain Mark. Yes, it was. Beekman had big hair like Don. Oh my gosh.
Don King.
Don King hair. Yep. Definitely.
And the rat was a human in a rat.
Yeah, in a rat suit.
Costume.
Like in a bad rat suit. And he was a New York rat because you could tell how dirty he was. Look, Spanky says cat dog. Roger said he was working at the airport in the early 90s. Yeah, shoot. All right, well, look, I am going to go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, I've been on a nostalgia run for the past couple of weeks. So me and the wife looked at My Blue Heaven.
Mm.
Then I watched Tango and Cash.
That's a good movie.
The next
Fubar.
movie, the next movie is
Demolition Man.
Yeah, I may look at Demolition Man, but
Demolition Man.
It's not going to be Demolition Man. Brewster's Million,
That was a good one.
and then
Well,
after
if
that,
you want to look at Bruce's Millions, you got to see the toy too.
and the toy, and then after that, the Jerk.
Okay. So, if you going like black exploitation, Foxy Brown with Pam Green, Shaft, the original Shaft.
I actually like the new one. I actually like the new
Nah, the original Shaft is better. Original Shaft. Dolomite. Remember Dolomite?
Yeah.
We've talked about the Warriors. Have you seen the Warriors lately?
Not lately. I remember the Warriors. I remember the Outsiders.
Yeah, okay. And
Grease.
Dolomite. Nah, he said Grease.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to go from Outsiders to Grease. It's like
Grease lightning, Grease lightning. Look, Grumpus is getting flashbacks to that. He probably saw Grease in the theater.
No. I've never seen the movie.
But
You've never seen Grease?
Nope.
What? Grumpus.
This is never my thing.
You owe it to yourself. Listen, not my thing either, but that is one of the most quoted pop culture movies out there. You gotta watch it.
Enjoy a musical is Grease. I don't do musicals.
I don't either. That's why I haven't seen it. I just don't care for them.
Have you seen Hamilton, Grumpus? You haven't seen Hamilton either?
No.
I'm telling you, Grumpus, you will have a whole nother appreciation. One for Alexander Hamilton, two for Lin-Manuel Miranda. Hands down, it is a phenomenal, movie. It's a phenomenal show. Like, seriously. I was not into it. I was like, but it is fantastic. Fantastic. Grumpus?
I think the last musical I saw was Men in Tights.
We're men in tights. Tights.
I was so sick.
That was Robin Hood. Robin Hood, and was it like Robin Hood and his Den of Thieves in tights or something like that?
I don't know.
Oh man.
I was so burned
out.
Oh,
Pam Grier. I'm not sure. I said Foxy Brown. But Foxy Brown was the name of the character she played, and it was Pam Grier. Look, thank you, Roger. I appreciate you.
Bernadette Peters in The Jerk was my favorite.
Smoking Rat said Blade is a good movie too. Yeah. If you're gonna watch Blade, you need to watch Underworld, because I feel like Underworld is way better than Blade. Way better than Blade.
That's female, right?
Yes. Underworld was Charlize Theron, I think. I think it was Charlize Theron. Look, Simon said best black movie. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Agreed. Agreed.
No, it's a good movie.
It's a good.
And I saw it recently, so no.
All right. So
do best black movie with that type of genre in it.
But it's the time, like I won't say comedic movie, because at that same time you had Harlem Nights, you had Coming to America, I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. I mean, It's like top 10. It's like top 10, huh?
It is in the top 10, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're looking at I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, and you're staying into that same genre, the same comedy and everything
Genre,
else,
yeah, yeah,
genre, in that same genre,
genre.
I'm in the South. I can speak. I'm old. If you're gonna stay in that same topic, Don't Be a Menace. Hands
Oh,
down.
definitely. But
What
but Don't Be a Menace was a spoof of I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. And well, technically, it was a spoof of Boys in the Hood in the vein of I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
It took from I'm Gonna Get, well, obviously because it was the same producer, Keenan Ivory Williams, but
Yeah.
it was just so funny
Oh yeah.
because you had to see the movies that it was trying to pull from without actually having to see the movies that they was pulling from.
Message.
Yeah. It was just that funny of a movie.
Oh yeah,
Like,
but that's what I'm saying. It was a spoof of Boys in the Hood. It was a spoof of definitely I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
okay,
It was
Dash, I'm gonna do this. This is how you do it. Because the full name of this movie is
Don't Be a Menace to South Side. Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
So now you break all of those down. Don't be a menace to
Oh, yeah.
society while drinking your
And juice.
in the hood.
And Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
All right, yep. That I won't say I never even thought about that, but that's exactly it. Don't Be a Menace, Juice, Boys in the Hood, and Menace to Society.
Oh,
So-
and for the love of God, don't never go see Dead Presidents. That's the most
Dead Presidents was a good movie.
terrible.
It was a good movie. It was
terrible.
no. It was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Dead Presidents was
Though
horrible.
it was a good movie. I think the problem with you is you don't have an appreciation for hip hop because Dead Presidents was infused with hip hop. Like
I did Boys in the Hood. I did Juice. I didn't do Menace to Society because I think I was burned out by that time. I did New Jack City, which is on my list.
so time out. Actually, one of my a classmate of mine, so someone that I grew up with was in New Jack City. And it was crazy because we were in like I don't know 6th, 7th grade, and he was like he just I don't say disappeared, but he was gone for like a week or two, and then when he came back, we're like, dude, where were you? He was like, oh, I was in a movie. We're like, nah, what? And he started telling us about meeting Wesley Snipes and other people that like that, right? So then when the movie came out, it's like, oh my god, his name was Dustin Felder. Now, unfortunately, he passed away. He ended up having I don't know if it was I can't remember if it was cancer or something along those lines, but he passed away probably 2-3 years ago. But Dustin from Philly had an acting agency, and this is how small the world is. The Dustin Felder acting agency, right? He coached Taraji P. Henson and Jaden Smith in the next Karate Kid. And that was the thing before he passed away. His name again was Dustin Felder. Look him up. He was their acting coach and it's like, oh my god, whenever I see Dustin post stuff on Facebook and it'd be like, damn, this dude is like bumping elbows with Hollywood for sure.
Boys.
Huh?
I said that's some big boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Robert said,
all right, so now I'm making a list. Boys in the Hood, Juice, Menace to Society, Ricky.
all right, while you doing that, we got The Fifth Element.
Ooh. So The Fifth Element, The Fifth Element and Armageddon are probably two of my wife's favorite movies. Was in the
Best
hood.
white
Juice.
best white movie, The Jerk.
All right, so wait. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice
Juice.
in the hood. Juice. No, I have juice. It's on my list.
Boys.
Boys in the Hood, Juice, Menace to Society, but there's one more I'm missing because it was 4.
You said you like Dead Presidents.
I do like Dead Presidents. I'm gonna have to watch it again.
American Gangster, which was a
Eh,
good movie.
that was a little after those movies though.
And the funny thing about it is, Stephen, is Hoodlum and American Gangster actually is combined because it's about Bumpy
Yeah,
Johnson.
Bumpy Johnson.
Bumpy Johnson was Hoodlums, the
Yep.
whole thing. American Gangster was after Bumpy Johnson died. It was the guy that took over the organization right after Bumpy Johnson died. So it's a connection. The Woods. I don't remember nothing about The Woods.
The Wood had it was like it wasn't it was after Brown Sugar and Love Joan, but the Wood it had like Tay Diggs, Bokeem Woodbine, Mekhi Phifer.
Wait a minute. Hold that thought. TJ Murphy takes the whole thing. Dr. Detroit. Hot diggity dog. Dr. Detroit?
Okay, so
Dan
said
Aykroyd
it's
at his best. Dr. Detroit was phenomenal movie.
so all right. All right, I said it was like so the Wood started what was that, Elon or Ian? Eli, I don't know how to say this guy's name, but somebody Taylor, Omar Epps, and Richard T. Jones. And if you look at these three, you would know them. And it's one of those movies where you know them if you saw it. So like look it up on IMDb. But The Wood was like the predecessor, in my opinion, to like Love Jones or I don't even want to say Brown Sugar, but I don't remember Dr. Detroit. Scarface. I was not a fan of Scarface. I'm gonna be completely honest. I watched Scarface and was like, seriously? But I also watched Scarface in like 2000 and some change. So I think it was a different time.
Yeah, what Godfather was my movie. So anything after that was just lost.
Okay, thank you. So there we go, Roger. Roger said it was part of the Best Man trilogy, The Wood. So was it Brown Sugar?
Yes.
Was it Brown Sugar, Best Man, and what?
I'm sorry.
See, Tay Diggs was in this movie.
Grubbers ain't said a word in the last 30 minutes. I'm like,
I don't have anything to say.
Grubbers, you don't watch any movies at all, man.
No, I don't have time to watch a lot of movies.
You gotta like carve out, and so you know what I do, Grumpus, is I'll watch TV shows. When I say binge watch TV shows, I will binge watch some TV shows. But like movies back in the day, like these movies were all when I was a teenager and before I had, family, like kids. So watching movies.
It's something to just relax me. Either I'm a binge watch a TV show or I'm gonna watch a movie.
Yeah. I agree with this one. Simon says Goodfellas was an excellent movie. I agree with that.
And
Goodfellas was a great movie.
I didn't notice.
He said, funny how?
I didn't know this, but they're combining Goodfellas with My Blue Heaven. Because they're saying the main character in Goodfellas, the one that went into witness protection, is the same guy in My Blue Heaven.
Hmm.
It just
Steven says the best mafia movie is The Godfather. It's
it's
not.
either Godfather 1 or Godfather 2. It's one of
No,
those two.
no. All right, I'm about to. What I'm about to say is it's going to ruffle some feathers. Okay,
It sure
it's
is.
going it's going to ruffle some feathers. It's not The Godfather. Okay. Oh my God.
Mafia
Why
movie.
can't I? It's a mafia movie. Hold on one second.
Either
Oh
you got the Godfather, or you got the Goodfellas. That's it.
no. Why can't I think of the name of this freaking movie? Ah,
You're gonna ruffle feathers about a movie you can't even remember
I can't remember the name of the movie.
because it's that forgettable.
No, it's not forgettable. Everyone has seen this movie. Everyone has seen this movie. Ah, damn it. Oh my gosh. Give me a second. Oh, A Bronx Tale. That's the one.
No,
A Bronx Tale.
no,
Yes,
it's not even in the top 5. No,
bruh.
no.
Have you seen
Godfather.
A Bronx Tale?
Yes, I seen the Bronx Tale. I know what you're talking about. Open the door for the late. Open the door for the lady.
Yes,
And if she doesn't unlock the door for
yes.
you, yeah, I
Because
remember.
the whole thing is, listen, it had the mafia in it indirectly.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, dude, the Bronx Tale is up there. That's top 10, top 10 for sure. Oh my gosh.
Godfather 1, Godfather 2, Goodfellas, American Gangster.
Smoking Rats. Oh, now they're talking about TV shows. He said, Spanky says, let's go old TV shows, MASH or the Jeffersons.
The
I've
Jeffersons.
seen the Jeffersons more than I saw MASH because Jeffersons came on earlier than MASH. When MASH came on, that was time for me to go to bed.
It
That
was.
that
It was 9 o'clock then, so it's time
that
for me to
theme
go.
song came on. Do, 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 do,
I
do,
don't think I missed
do,
it.
do, 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 do. Like
Bro, but here's
I
how
have
weird I am.
honestly never seen very many episodes of MASH. I've seen plenty of episodes of the Jeffersons because it was on like repeat during daytime. But if MASH was coming on, MASH was bedtime.
Did you see the movie? The
MASH,
MASH movie?
I haven't seen it in whole. Like, Grumpus, wait a minute. Did you see the MASH movie?
I saw the MASH movie, and I think the
What?
TV show was better.
Oh, yeah, definitely agree there. I saw the MASH movie in pieces, and I've seen MASH, the TV show, in pieces. But yeah, oh boy, look, because TJ's still here. He says Casino. Casino was a damn good movie. Damn good movie.
It was okay. Yeah.
Look, Simon says Casino. Smoking Rat says Casino. Look, I'm gonna put that one on. I don't know when I'm gonna get time to watch these damn movies, nor have I find them to watch them. But these are
If you
movies
have
that I'm gonna try to watch.
YouTube TV, if you have YouTube TV, you can put it on record, and eventually, when it comes across the 50,000 channels out there, to record it for you. But I'm gonna tell you straight up, you're taking a chance because
oh yeah, they would be like screeners or with somebody in the camera in the theater. Oh, I know.
They'll give you the movie, but like I'm gonna get you sucker. They edited the crap out of that movie.
Oh,
like, they took out every freaking thing that literally
made it. Yep.
I need 6 inches. They edited the crap out. They edited that whole thing out of
They cut it down to 3.
Steven said, Good Times.
Good Times is a really great binge watching TV show.
Well, then if you talk about Good Times, you had to talk about like well, we talked about what other TV show we just said.
Good
Oh,
Times.
The Jeffersons. The Jeffersons.
I've been doing numbers, Leverage.
Webster?
I didn't. I wasn't that crazy about.
You
Webster.
didn't watch Webster?
No, I'd rather watch Different Strokes before I watch Webster again.
All right, touche. Heat was a good movie. Jimmy Walker. I mean, we talking about drinking because I never watched Jimmy Walker.
Jimmy J.J. Walker.
Oh, from Good Times.
Yeah.
Dynamite. What about
Who is still alive on Good Times? Just the kids?
I'm about to say nobody. Janet Jackson.
No, I think all the kids are still alive, but I think Walona died. I know.
And I know the father died. I remember when he died.
He just died recently. The mom.
His last name was Abbott or something, right? Wasn't it?
Who?
The father.
The father died recently. The father died this year. The mom died before everybody. I think it was the mom died. Bookman died next. Then Walona. Then the father.
All right. So Ralph Carter was Michael. Jimmy J.J. Walker. I think he died. John Amos. That's who I'm thinking of.
No,
all right. So
Jimmy J.J. Walker's still alive.
Yeah, you're right. He is. There's
Like
no death date.
I honestly think the only people from that show that's alive is the kids.
Rightfully so.
Michael.
Jeanette Dubois. Let's see. Jeanette Dubois died in 2020.
Yep.
John Amos. Hold on. Wait for this. John Amos died in 2024. Oh, he had on the Kansas City Chiefs hat in this picture. Esther Roll. She died in 98. Damn.
First to go.
Yo, best known for Maude and Good Times.
Yeah, but she was like.
Yeah, she was old. She was born in 1920.
Yeah, she was like 15 years older than the dad. Or something to that effect. She was.
Janet Jackson is still alive. Excuse me. Bernadette Santos, who played Thelma, is still alive. Thelma's still alive. So she's in her 70s. Ralph Carter, who played Michael, is still alive. He's in his 60s. He was born in 61.
Yeah, 60s.
Oh, Helen Martin. She died in 2000. That was the old lady. She was in 227 too. But I mean,
yeah,
the old lady. But anyway, yo,
did Marla Gibbs die?
Who?
Marla
Gibbs. Get back to IMDb.
I think that's all. I think if she's dead, that's all of the Jeffersons.
Yeah, she died in 80. No, wait. Marla Gibbs. No, she's still alive.
Marla Gibbs. Okay, for everybody,
is still alive. Yeah.
Marla Gibbs outlasted George Weezy.
Yep.
Next door neighbor.
Yep. All of them.
And the two friends upstairs. She outlasted.
Marla Gibbs was born in 1931. She is 95 years old currently.
Good for her.
Exactly.
She outlasted everybody on the show. It is that.
And she was in some stuff. Like for real. And now I'm going to have to go known for. She was in the Jeffersons, 227, El Camino. Let's see. Going back.
Wow, these people are throwing out some stuff in here. Fame, 21
Oh, yeah.
Jump Street, All in the Family, The Love Boat, Saffron and Son.
All in the Family. I was definitely a fan of All in the Family. I didn't really watch The Love Boat. Sanford and Son, I watched it, of course, on reruns.
Come on.
Edith.
Did you at least watch
21
TV
Jump
shows?
Street. I wasn't into 21 Jump Street because that was like a little. I won't say after. It was a little before my time.
I did 21 Jump Street, but I was
What's
okay.
happening for sure?
I was okay with The Love Boat. And who is the famous comedian that came from What's Happening Now? I do mean famous, not some, hey.
Hold on, now I got the. Was it David Allen Greer?
Nope. Martin Lawrence.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
And Laura, The Love Boat, I get it. It was a good show, but let's face it, we watched The Love Boat so we can get the fantasy.
Yeah. Anne-Marie Johnson. That's who you.
Okay. But let's face it, we was just watching The Love Boat so we can get to Fantasy Island. Let's just call it the way it is.
Ooh.
Call it Fantasy Island.
What about all those Spike Lee movies? Strictly Business. Strictly Business was a good one.
Yeah.
No.
Malcolm X. Do the
Ooh,
Right
that's a good
Thing. But the best Spike Lee movie of all time, School Days. You write that down. School Days was great.
Cause I didn't go to college, so it didn't have that same, like, it didn't hit the same way for me. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of School Days, but I've never seen it in its entirety.
School Days is a really good movie.
Hill Street Blues was good. Was good. Yeah.
You know, the only thing I got from Hill Street Blues is I love that theme song, but I never watched Hill Street Blues.
Yeah.
But then again, you're talking about a timeline when I was a little kid, so
yeah,
I wasn't gonna sit there and watch an hour-long TV show anyway. So you're wasted on me.
Hold on, let's see. I'm
Rat
gonna listen
Patrol
to the
was good.
theme song right
you
now.
saying Hill Street, because I got the theme song of Hill Street Blues and Taxi.
Cheers was another good theme song.
Cheers, yeah.
I'm listening to Hill Street Blues theme song right now.
Hill Street, God dog, that scared me.
Somebody snuck up behind me.
School Days did have lots of folks in it.
Sledgehammer, you're right, Steve.
No, so Harlem Nights. I feel like Harlem Nights had more folks in it than School Days did. I'm just vibing out to Hill Street Blues theme song right now. Y'all gonna have to pardon me.
I wouldn't say they had more. They had a huge. Harlem Nights just had the most phenomenal setup of people. Because you could look at the movie. It was a great movie. It was a phenomenal movie. I'm not taking away from that. I'm talking about the historical thing about that movie.
There's no historical thing. It was definitely, like a artist interpretation for sure.
No, not the storyline. We are literally talking about 3 generations that basically brought up the next generation. Red Fox brought up Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor brought up Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 generations
Yeah.
in the same movie at the same time.
Mm.
It.
I would say reaching back, but definitely helping out the next generation for sure.
Yeah.
But I agree that Red Fox, not even Red Fox, but Red Fox and Della Louise.
Yeah.
Oh, Della Reese or Louise? Which one's gonna?
Della Reese.
She gonna have to cut you. Okay.
Oh, now you don't want to be corrected. Oh,
Me?
Reese.
Listen,
I know we're finna get off.
someone's name that I don't remember. Sure, but
Jandra.
I wasn't gonna say it because the word is still the same, genre. Okay, someone's name that I couldn't remember her name if it was Della Reeves or Reese or
Reese. Yeah,
that's it.
Three's Company.
No,
Trek Generation.
You mentioned Three's Company. I know that it was Laura mentioning Three's Company. Laura loves Three's Company. Have you ever seen her say snorting like Chrissy Snow?
She's literally that's her sentence.
I know.
But
Snorting like Chrissy Snow.
Three's Company, snorting like Christy Snow. Star Trek Next Generation theme song. No.
Yes. So, all right. So hold on one second, real quick, right? Spanky, it's only a bill, right? And it's on Capitol Hill. There's a girl that comes into the range not every Sunday, but like maybe 2 or 3 Sundays out of the month. And she always has on a t-shirt that says something whimsical. Like it's always a graphic tee that has something hilarious on it. And let's say 3 weeks ago, she came in with a plain black t-shirt on. And I'm like, I'm disappointed. No, I said, hey, is it laundry day? And she looked at me and she like cocked her head. And I said, is it laundry day? And she's like, what you mean? I said, you don't have on a witty comment t-shirt. And she said, you noticed. Yes, I noticed. I look forward to seeing your t-shirts when you come into the range because I crack up, okay? So then she said, say less, I got you. So she wasn't there for a week. And the next week she came in, and the t-shirt she came in was a snapshot from that video, I'm Just a Bill, on Capitol Hill. So, she's like, okay, I know what I have to do from here on out every time I come into the range. Her shirts are hilarious. That is her thing that she wears, like comedic relief shirts that always say something punny or just straight hilarious or whatever. So, but the last shirt she had on this past Saturday was I'm Just a Bill. So, yeah.
Lethal Weapon.
Oh man, look, we're not doing this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna save this.
Yeah,
or another. No, because it's 11:45, and I need to get up in 5.5 hours. So we are not going to 1 o'clock or this evening. We're not going to do it. Listen, Grumpus, Marlon, thank you, Roger, Laura, Steven, who else is here? Smoking Rat, Spanky. I definitely appreciate you guys for hanging out and joining us. We are going to have to bookmark this. So I'm going to say Roger or Steven. Steven, I'm actually, because the chances that Steven will be here on the next live stream are much higher than Roger and or Laura and Spanky. We are going to have to start talking about Saturday morning cartoons. Okay? Color Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, shoot.
I didn't even have to put up the I was gonna say I'm You know, we're excluding Grumpus.
We
I didn't
had,
even have to do it. He
we had a black and white TV. Maybe they were color.
he felt it. He
Was
felt
about
it
to
without.
make a list. Like I'm ready now for next week.
He felt it without me even having to say it.
I know.
Oh my God, Grumpus! I thank you so very much for being a great sport.
Thanks for having me.
Oh man, listen, I can't say thank you enough for joining us and joining in and participating and contributing to the conversation. But before we go, shout out to the replay gang. If you're rewatching this, please comment your favorite Saturday morning cartoon, and don't. I want to say I'm just waiting for it, like to see however many X number of entries that say X-Men. All right.
Ooh.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about Saturday morning cartoons later. All right. Well, look, Steven says, see y'all. Stay beautiful, people. Have a great one. Laura says, good night. Take care. Bye for now. Dash. Yeah. Spanky says he wants to be on the video next time. Well, Spanky, all you have to do is get here early enough, but I do post the link. You just have to follow the prompts, and you can join us like Marlon and Grumpus. It's not that difficult.
It's easy. Even I can do it.
Agreed. 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 All right. Well, look, I'm not going to belabor the point. I'm going to go ahead. Orange Jeep. Hey, peace. Thank you for commenting.
Everybody in the
Listen,
chat, good night.
Exactly.
Marlon, good seeing you again.
Yes, indeed. Oh man, you guys.
So we're gonna have a follow up to the smoker renovation, or are you done?
So I welded the the charcoal basket. That's gonna be tomorrow's video.
Okay.
If you look back, I posted it a few times in the chat. The making of the charcoal basket. That's what I was talking about. How I put the basket in the wrong orientation. So you can watch that. But like I said, I'm pretty proud of how I welded that all back together. But here, I'll do this for you, Grumpus.
I'm sure it's better than the one I didn't make.
You're probably right.
You don't even have the equipment to even start welding. Yeah. You way ahead.
Oh, I got a welder.
I don't have a welder.
I'd have to blow the dust off of it so it don't catch on fire.
All right, Grumpus, I sent you the link. There's the link right there.
Right.
Stop it, Laura. Don't worry about it. What'd you say, Marlon?
The best thing about being in the South is we got a lot of landscaping companies. The worst part about being in the South is we don't have a lot of welding or metal places around here. So
I'm sure you'd be surprised. They just, I'm going to say a little hidden, but until you need it, you're not going to look for it and you won't find it.
Good welder's like finding a good doctor. You got to know somebody.
Yep. Agreed. All right. Look, I'm going to go ahead and end it on that note. So thank you guys so very much for coming on and hanging out. Deuces.
We'll see you.